The UK's richest family, accused of modern slavery, London. The Hinduja family, $32 billion richest family in the UK. Philanthropists, hospital donors, royal guests, Swiss courtroom, charged with human trafficking, modern slavery, servants brought from India, passports confiscated, paid $7 per day, 18-hour days, slept in windowless basement. The family's dog, 15,000 year, the servants 8,000 year, June 2024. Acquitted. Technicality. Welcome to the Monopoly Files, where billionaire philanthropists build empires on slavery and call it charity. 1919, India. Parmanand Hinduja starts trading company. 4 sons, Srichand, Gopachand, Prakash, Ashok. Family moves to London. Build empire, oil trading, finance, media, healthcare. 2024 net worth, $32 billion. Sunday Times, rich list, number 1 family in UK. Carlton House Terrace, London's most expensive street. Properties worth $1 billion plus. But also philanthropy, hospital wings, university donations, charity galas. Connections with British royalty. Prakash Hinduja honored for charity work. Perfect image, perfect lie. On the Monopoly board, they own Mayfair and Park Lane. But who built the hotels? 2000s, 2010s. The Hindujas recruit servants. From India. Poor, desperate, promised, good jobs, fair pay. Life in Europe, taken to Geneva. Hinduja mansion, arrive, passports confiscated, contracts 18-hour days, pay $7 per day, less than $1 per hour. In Switzerland, one of the world's richest countries. Wake, 6 a.m., cook, clean, serve, repeat, sleep, midnight. Sleep in windowless basement. No days off. Can't leave. Told, police will arrest you. No papers. Meanwhile, the Hindujas spend dog grooming, 15,000 year. Servants 8,000 year combined. The dog lived better. One servant, Najma Banu, worked 17 years, paid almost nothing. Her testimony, no freedom, no money, no dignity. This isn't Dickensian England. This is 2010s, 2020s, in Switzerland, on the Monopoly board. They drew exploit labor and played it for 20 years. 2019, Swiss authorities investigate. Servants escape, report to police. Evidence, contracts showing 7-day, bank records showing almost no payments, testimonies of 18-hour days, no freedom. June 2023, 4 Hindujas indicted. Prakash, Kamal, his wife, Ajay, son, Namrata, daughter-in-law. Charges, human trafficking, illegal employment, exploitation. June 2024, trial begins, Geneva courthouse. The Hindujas? Not there. Too old, too sick, lawyers only. Prosecution presents, passports confiscated, pay below Swiss minimum wage, 18-hour workdays, no freedom of movement. Defense argues, technicalities. Servants knew what they signed up for. They could have left any time, with no passports, no money, no language. Sure, anytime. Victims testify, we were trapped. They treated us like animals. Swiss media, massive coverage, billionaire family, modern slavery, in Switzerland, verdict coming. On the Monopoly board, they landed on go to jail. But would they actually go? June 21st, 2024. Verdict. Judge reads, acquitted. Victims, devastated. Why acquitted? Technicality. Prosecution error on some charges. Statute of limitations on others. Not because they didn't do it. Because of legal technicalities. But settlement with victims. Undisclosed amount. If they're innocent, why pay a settlement? Hinduja's statement, we categorically deny all allegations. This was a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding. Paying someone 7-day for 18 hours. Just a misunderstanding. UK response? Silence. No investigation, no charges. Hinduja business? Continues. High society? Still invited? Charity galas? Royal events? Business as usual. Victims? Got settlement? Amount secret? No justice? No vindication. Because on the Monopoly board of global wealth, justice is negotiable. If you can afford the lawyers, they bought their way out. Again, let's talk about philanthropy. Hinduja Foundation. Millions to hospitals, schools, universities, awards, honors, recognition, split screen, left, charity gala, tuxedos, champagne, right, windowless basement, servants, 7-day. You can't build hospitals while enslaving people in your basement and call it charity. But British high society still accepts them. No outcry, no boycott. Business continues because money buys silence. And $32 billion buys a lot of silence. Compare Denmark. Strict labor laws, worker protections. Would this happen there? Never. But UK, Switzerland, loopholes for the ultra-rich. The Hindujas proved you can own slaves in 2024, as long as you donate to museums. On the Monopoly board, they own Mayfair and Park Lane, built hotels with chains, and society applauded. The lesson? Wealth is above the law. Servants paid 7-day. Dog cost 15,000 year. That's the value system. Acquitted on technicality. Paid settlement. Amount secret. No jail. No consequences. Business, thriving. Reputation, intact. Because the system protects wealth, not workers, not victims. And the Hindujas aren't alone. Ultra-rich families, worldwide, exploiting domestic workers, rarely punished. Because when you own Mayfair and Park Lane, the rules don't apply. On the Monopoly board, the richest players own the board, the bank, and the get-out-of-jail-free card factory. The Hinduja family, $32 billion UK's richest, accused of modern slavery, acquitted on technicality, paid settlement, kept their billions. High society still welcomes them because philanthropy erases crimes when you're rich enough. Next, Temu. 150 million Americans downloaded it. T-shirts for $2, AirPods for $5. How? Because it steals your data, contacts, GPS, messages, camera, sends it directly to China. Arkansas suing Temu for espionage. Security experts. National security risk. Products made by forced labor, Uyghurs, modern slavery. You wanted a $2 t-shirt? It cost your privacy, made by slaves, funded by China. 150 million Americans said yes without knowing. On the Monopoly board, some players don't buy properties. They buy your data, your contacts, your life. This was the Monopoly files. The Hindujas enslaved workers, called it philanthropy. Temu enslaves data, calls it shopping. And you're the product. Subscribe.